Listen, Calvin Ridley's hurt. They let go of Tyler Lockett. All of a sudden, this guy's offensive snap counts go from, in the 50s to 88%, 89% there against Indianapolis.
Look at the release.
There's your separation.
Great route.
Stutter and go. Gets by clean.
That is unbelievable.
Maybe the greatest catch I've ever seen.
There's a rookie that we almost never talk about, and he's in Tennessee. And I'm not talking about like Io Manor. I'm actually talking about Chimere Dike, because I don't think we've ever talked about Chimere Dike outside of the draft stuff. But during the regular season, I don't think we've ever talked about Chimere Dike, mostly because the Tennessee Titans offense has been absolutely brutal to watch. But my goodness gracious, 8 targets, that tied for the team lead here in week number 8. 7 receptions, that was the team lead. 93 receiving yards, that was the team lead as well. So again, a slash line of 8,793. That's pretty good. By the way, last week, a slash line of 4,470. 4 targets, 4 grabs, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Bro, that's 1 incompletion over the last 12 targets for Chimere Dike, playing with a quarterback in Cam Ward that has absolutely struggled with accuracy this season. 57.6% completion rate on the season, and Chimere Dike is making himself very available. I think I was, again, a little bit eye-opening, but I was very impressed with Chimere Dike here in week number 8.
No, it's a really good shout out by you, because he was somebody, I've mentioned this on the show that the rookie report is going to be coming out here very shortly. I'm targeting, I believe I said November 11th will be the target date for dropping that. November 13th is the date I'm kind of targeting to drop that, like right before the week 11 games kick off. He was somebody that, looking at the rookie report, I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to be adding Chimere Dike, because he wasn't really doing anything, but he has certainly been ticking up the last few weeks. These last 2 games, 4 catches for 70 yards, 7 for 93 in this past week's game. Right. He had not had more. He'd not had more than 17 receiving yards in any game prior to that. Crazy. And he was kind of in and out of the offense. This past week was a big breakthrough in terms of route participation, 93% this past week, which was second on the team to Alec Io Manor. Io Manor, people have gotten excited about him at times. I think he looks like a player that can, you could put on the field. It's not embarrassing or anything, but he had another drop in this game. There was also what looked like a miscommunication between him and Cam Ward in this game, where, Twitter's beating up Cam Ward because he missed the throw and looks like he really overthrew a wide open Alec Io Manor, but you watch the replay of it and you see Cam Ward after the play going pushing, pointing, keep running, because Io Manor slows up on the route. Now, I don't know if it was a great throw by Ward anyways. He kind of line drived it, when if he just kind of maybe layers it a little bit more, you got to float it a little bit more, give the receiver some room for error. But clearly the receiver didn't do what the quarterback wanted there. So I'm open to somebody else being the guy that you want to build in the future of this passing game than just Alec Io Manor, who has mostly played X receiver so far. Dike has run 71. He ran 71.2% from the slot in this past game. And that's kind of the way they've gotten him running here the last few weeks, over 70% from the slot. Like Van Jefferson's your sacrificial X because Calvin Ridley's banged up. Io Manor's kind of your X flanker hybrid type. And then Dike's been your
got cut.
Yeah, dude, can we, one real quick, Tyler Lockett. I mean, what was the point? He signed with the Raiders. He asked for his release from the Tennessee Titans, and I'm like, okay, all right,
yeah,
my guy
right,
Tyler Lockett. I mean, I retired from Lockett propaganda 2 years ago because the play just hasn't been there. But still, obviously, he's like an RP inner circle legend. He's definitely got a key to the penthouse in terms of
Ring of Honor.
He's an RP Ring of Honor player. Tyler Lockett being gone, I think, did clear the way for Chimere Dike. Probably also means that Jacoby Myers will be traded here in short order from the Raiders. But it also cleared the way for Chimere Dike down in Tennessee. And I think he was more of a, we saw him make that one deep catch early in the game in week 7. He had some big reception in that game and then didn't really do anything in the second half. This was more here this week, much more an involved game from him. And I thought 3 of the catches were in the ways that I thought he would be used, which is, to me, yeah, I mean, obviously he's got speed. You're going to hit him on a couple of plays down the field.
Right.
When I charted him for the rookie roundup, which is the mini sample of players that I do right before the draft, I think I actually had it at him post-draft because he was drafted so highly, first pick in the 4th round. He, to me, seemed more of like a horizontal stretch player. And he had 3 receptions in week 8 where he really stretched the field horizontally. And that's something that I'd like to see more of for this team, because I think Cam Ward can drive those horizontal throws pretty well, both if it's breaking to the outside, it's breaking more inside. I think that's good usage for the receiver to get somebody going there, and also bring some like yards after catch potential into this offense. Because even when Ridley, if Ridley comes back to this team at some point, which I'm sure he will, Ridley comes back to this team, he's not like a guy that can really win after the catch. I think Io Manor is not really that guy. It just more margin for error. This team certainly needs that, and I think DK can bring that in kind of a not a gadget, create a touch way, but like I said, somebody stretch the field more horizontally. I think he can do that.
10 of his 30 targets on the season, according to Next Gen Stats, have been at or behind the line of scrimmage. Kind of to your point, Matt, of, all right, let's get some easy targets out and just try to pick up some yards after catch. Almost an extension of the run game, because let's be real, the run game has obviously not been great as well.
No.
Although Spears has been playing a lot better, I think, than Pollard. I think of that there's absolutely no question. But certainly you want to have guys like this. You want to have guys with some athleticism stress the defense. And as much as we love Lockett and his realtor abilities, speed has been a little bit lacking this year and last year as well. So I thought he was a really interesting player. By the way, you bring up some of the snap share. Listen, Calvin Ridley's hurt. They let go of Tyler Lockett. All of a sudden, this guy's offensive snap counts go from, in the 50s to 88%, 89% there against Indianapolis. Like, it was an ugly game. They lost by a bunch. They lost by more than 20 points. One of these one of six 20-point blowout games. But I thought there was something to take away from this. We talked about this. We talked about this at the beginning of the show, right? Like, even though it was a blowout, what did we learn? I thought we learned a little something specifically about Chim Dike in this Tennessee offense. And to me, I know all the pub has been about Alec Io Manor as the rookie. To me, I'm a lot more intrigued by Chim Dike in this offense, because he's getting easy catches. They're asking him to kind of sort of be the after catch guy. And at the same time, Matt, he will get some downfield looks as well. To me, that's perfect usage. Like, that's the wide receiver that I want to pay attention to.